These executive pajamas are working really well for me right now. I was thinking, how do I dress for a virtual webinar from my design office in Sonoma, California? And the pajamas work. Okay. Just think about your brand and organize the visual representation of your content to create that perception. So just think about kind of what you're all about. What is the core essence of what you're all about? In a year, if you were at a dinner party and around all of these people who just absolutely love what you do, what are they saying, and how do they know about you? Was it through your site? Was it through your blog? Was it through both combined? What kind of branding is really kind of about the practice of your promise. So like a good designer, for instance, they're going to deliver quality work. They're going to deliver it on time. You can trust them. So it's kind of about increasing that trust. So just really audit your brand and make sure that everything you're promising you're delivering to, and that visually you can be perceived for that.
And for folks that want more info about branding, we did do a call a couple of weeks ago just on small business and personal branding. You'll find that at the same place where you registered for this course, and I'll be linking to those as well when we send out the recording.
Just about a half an hour away.
Nia, we did have a question because I don't know if we'll get through all the golden rules because we only have about 5 minutes left. If folks have to jump off, that's fine. We'll send out the recording. But one question I want to make sure we get to is about hiring a professional designer.
Yeah, okay. I've got about 4 things on that. One is, the first thing is sort of accountability on both sides. So one is that just, look at their portfolio and make sure they don't necessarily have to, like if you want them to do a blog header, for instance, for you, they don't necessarily have to have done a lot of blog headers, but you need to kind of see some consistency in whatever they've done on the branding level so that they're pulling in your brand system into that header on some level, and they have some thoughtfulness towards that. So just make sure you look at their portfolio, and also check out, how you want to be somehow gently inquiring about project management, because sometimes what happens for designers is they get really, really busy, and you just don't want your project, being held hostage. So make sure that you set up really clear delivery dates and, kind of accountability around, interdependencies and accountability. You want somebody, excited and creative and, really, for you and really, listening to you. So just make sure in the conversation you don't feel like they're going to possibly just pull out something and reuse it or recycle it into your design, that they're really thinking about what you're about. And, they're for that representation, and they're going to be creatively, brainstorming for that. The other thing is about ownership. And with, given how much, in terms of copyrights and, with photography and with the reuse, some designers will reuse their designs, or they'll reuse different parts of it. So you just want to make sure that what you're buying you own, and that it's custom, that parts of it can't be reused for other designs. And
along with the project management hostage thing, I did want to say, when you look at somebody's portfolio, call up some of those clients and say, simply ask, would you work with this designer again? Would you recommend this designer? And they'll say yes or no, and you can either, get more detail or just say thanks a lot.
Yeah, definitely. And word of mouth in terms of finding a good designer, word of mouth is really good. I mean, just put out an email to all your friends. Who have you worked with? What were you impressed by? I can't say enough, I guess, about project management and just delivery and responsibility and enthusiasm, because designers do get really busy. So you just want to make sure you don't get caught in that loop. I hear these stories a lot. So.
And we do have a pretty big list of TypePad savvy consultants. I'll put the URL in the chat room, but it's typepad.com/ONE. That's typepad.com/one, and then click on services on the left side. I did want to make sure folks know that TypePad comes with a ton of templates and designs out of the box. So it may be that you're not ready for a full design or you just want to get a banner installed. There's many different ways to go about attacking your blog's design as it evolves, as you evolve as a blogger.
Yeah. And also when you're looking for a designer, and just know that designers kind of thrive on creative problem solving. So if they don't know the answer right away to something, don't worry about that, because generally they're pretty passionate and they're going to be trying to find the answer, and that's part of being a designer. So that doesn't mean that they won't be able to do what you want them to do.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes businesses might look at it like they have to do exactly what they want them to do, but each problem is kind of a different thing to solve for a designer. So.
Yeah, so before we get some more questions and sign off in just a few minutes, I did want to make sure folks know that we have a discount code if you would like to try out TypePad today. This is for the Pro Level package, which is the one that gives you unlimited authors, unlimited blogs, and a lot of design flexibility. And if you just go to typepad.com and start the free 14-day trial and use the discount code NS610, again, N as in
Nia.
Nia, thank you. S as in
Look at my initials are galvanized in a TypePad promotional code. I love this.
NS610, NS610. That is for a pro account, and that's 10% off for the life of the account. So it's not just for the next couple of weeks. It's for the entire account as long as you have it. So again, that's NS610, NS610. And that's at typepad.com. Our next webinar is going to be August 26th, and that's the one that's all me. And I'm talking about e-commerce, blending e-commerce, and making money with your blog and blending those different approaches together. So I did want to check for a few more questions, and for folks that are mad that we skipped over some of those 7 golden rules, don't freak out. It'll be in the PDF and the recording we send, so you'll get to look at the golden rules later on. You're not missing anything. Let me do a quick look for questions. And Nia, go ahead and give us your contact information again, please.
My topic information?
Your contact information.
Oh, contact information. Oh, okay. So the email is my name, Nia Sisk, at mac.com.
Cool. And are you available for design immediately, or are you sort of logged?
I'm pretty booked until the end of September, but I am blogs are So I'll just say that I'm somewhat available. I can fit some people in. I'm pretty busy, but I'm somewhat available. I mean, sometimes
usually probably when you've got clients contact you, they need a few weeks to get their stuff together.
Yeah. So I'll just say I'm available. I also have a support team, so I get people taken care of.
So go ahead and get on the calendar if you're interested in some design work. We did send out that link to our list of TypePad savvy consultants and designers. Of course, we have our internal services team that has worked on personal blogs, solo blogs, up to Amazon.com's blogs, University of Phoenix. So we handle folks of all sizes and shapes and industries and types. So I did want to thank Nia. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I'm going to unmute the phone so we can all say goodbye. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us, and have a fantastic week.